this is Joe Bullen, and today we're going to learn in Minicam version 8, how to set up a split screen. We'll do a very simple split screen, and then we'll get a little bit more fancy and work with, in this case, 2 inputs to be part of our split screen. So let's get into it, and to do that, I'm going to take you behind the scenes. So let's go. Okay, we've gone behind the curtain, and you're now seeing the screen as I see it when I'm working with Minicam. So we're going to go find an empty preset, and we're going to create a very simple split screen. I'm going to go over here and click on this one, and I'm going to choose, in this case, to bring in an image, in this case a picture of me back in 1981. Okay, I've got myself in here. Now I'm going to click on that to bring it up. Now that doesn't look too bad, but we're going to do another thing. We're going to create a split screen of it. So I'm going to come up here to the dots on the preset, click on it, and I'm going to select the simple side-by-side split screen. And I've got that set. Now it doesn't quite fit right. It was a little bit off in terms of the proportions, and we can change that by changing how we want it to fill. And I'm going to choose to fill by width, and that'll take those black borders off the side. And there we go. Now let's come over here to the empty side, click on this one, and get a camera. And I'm going to use my Logitech C920. We've got it in here. Once again, I need to change the camera in this case to fit, in this case, by height. Now it fills out. Now my head is not quite the same as the head over there. I don't know if this is a good idea to make my head bigger, but let's go for it. So I'm going to hit the zoom and bring my head out to about the same size. There we go. Now, while I'm here, I'm also going to put in the virtual background. So I clicked on that up at the top. Go select a background to use. In this case, I'm going to use one that I customized, a black blue background with sort of a radial look to it. And once I've got that set, we're basically set, and we look pretty good. Now let's see how it would look as a viewer watching the thing at YouTube or at Facebook. So now we've got both set up, and you can look at that great guy over there. He was pretty handsome back in those days. And if I had known I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself. Well, what can we say? Okay, this is simple and basic, but let's get a little bit more pizzazz to it. So let's go back, and I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to come over and just delete it real quickly. We'll start again. So I'm going to delete the preset. This time I'm going to click on it again. And this time we're going to start with a background. And I'm going to go up to color source and pick yellow. And click on this one. Now the yellow is a little off to me. So I'm going to come over here to color adjustment and brighten it up just a little bit to make it a little bit more brighter and a nice crisp yellow. There we go. Now let's come back over to the preset title, the 3 little bars or dots, and this time I'm going to hit the picture-in-picture look where I have 2 of them, and now I've got 2 spots. Now I could put a title or something up here at the top or text and leave them the size they currently are. But I'm going to change the size right now and bring it up to look pretty good like that. Come here and do the same thing to this one. Come up here with the sizing handles, and you'll see the dotted lines coming in. Now, let's bring in that picture again. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to choose Images and Video. Once again, choose the image. And it pops in. Once again, it is a little bit off for the available area or real estate that I have. So I'm going to once again come over and choose to make this one fit by width. And there we go. Let's bring in the camera now, and I'm going to click on this one and bring in the camera. And once again, we want to change this one to fit by height. So I'm going to click on that and change that. Let's bring in now the green screen. And I'm going to click on this one, virtual background. Change our green screen to the blue. And everything's set. And now let's take a look at it as we would see it. Well, I didn't zoom my head this time. Maybe that's a good thing, but I could. Let's now change this and make it even more interesting. So let's go back. And this time I'm going to I'm going to change my head. I'm going to make certain I have the webcam selected, and I'm going to zoom a little bit more to get my head about the same size. At this point, I want to change it so it's an oval or round shape. So I'm going to change the corner radius to clear to 100%. And I'm going to come over here, select also the picture, and now it's selected, and I'll do the same thing for the picture, changing the corner radius to 100%. And at this point, they're not perfectly circular, and we can change that. This is a little oval. You'll see over here my width is 842 by 945. I'm going to change it so the height is also 842 here. So I'll type in 842 and hit enter. And now it's perfectly round. And I'm going to grab it and bring it down to center it back up in the image. I'll come over here and do the same thing. Once again, 842 is the width, but I have the wrong height. So I'm going to make it square by 842. And now they're the same height. We'll line them up again, and the things line up perfectly. We've got nice rounded images at this point, and we've got it pretty well looking good. So now I've got something really nice I can use. I will save the preset so I can use it again. I may not choose the picture. Maybe instead of the picture, I'll bring in Skype. And I can do that by getting Skype running. And what I'm going to show you is if I had this set up for Skype, I would come over here and click on the picture. And this time I'd come over here and change, and I'd go to bringing in through the Skype the NDI input. And I select that. You'll see if I had it running, I'd have some options here. And I would change the still picture to my person who I'm Skyping with so that we could have that running. Once again, this all could be done live. So you save your preset, maybe give it a name, and then you have it available to you anytime you want. I have some others here. I'll just show you real quickly. I've got one I've done with orange on that, and then I had the original one default set up over here. Once again, I could change this very quickly to bring in another image on that. So now you see how you can do this, and I'm now going to take you back to where we started from. Well, we've created our split screen. We've got a couple of different presets set for our broadcast or recording, and we've been able to create some nice split screen presets, as well as our standard larger ones that we might use for our recording or broadcast. So with that said, give it a try. ManyCam or Minicam version 8 is a great software to try out and have fun with. And I think you'll like it as I do. So take care